Hey, thank you for joining us today. I'm Darius, aka Daristotle,
It's your boy TK, aka Soccer T.
and this is Mind the Gap. Now, you clicked on the video, you already know what it is, so you know what we about to get into.
I'm just saying, man. What we about to
So,
say?
this is a lot to unpack. So, if you don't know, Will Smith slapped the shit out of Chris Rock last night at the Oscars, and we have some thoughts. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've been perusing the internets like the last 2 days, well, since last night, and I seen some stuff I agree with and some stuff that I just can't drive with.
Where you want to start? You want to start about, first of all, how do you feel about it?
Man, to do that, you gotta break. How do you feel about it before we get into it? Because I gotta break like
Now,
everything.
what part are you telling me? It's about the whole incident. First of all, I think
How do you feel as a whole about what happened?
that was wild. It was wild, and it was I hate when just people do this, but the people have to understand in this society that's what kind of happens. Like, you embarrassed the community.
Yeah, that's one thing. Like, I agree. When I saw it, I was like, this is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
And like, I don't like those examples of when we have those moments that can be like so great and then they get overshadowed by
just foolishness.
Some foolishness like that. So that's what really I don't like about it. Like a black man slapping another black man
what?
On television. Whether or not you feel like Chris Rock deserved it or not,
you can't deny that there was a better way to handle it.
Yeah, and it was a bad look on everybody.
Yeah,
because like that's that you can't take niggas nowhere type of energy right there. And I ain't like that when I first saw that. Because when I initially saw the clip, like I said earlier, I thought he was just going up there to do one of them little playful headlock things like that. Yeah. Chris Rock face would look like he's like, you know what I'm saying? Then
about them in trouble.
Hit him with that JoJo's that Star Platinum, bro.
Seen Blue Flame come out there, man.
Bro. But I also will say, because I try to see it from both sides. You know, I don't want to be too lenient in one direction. And I've been perusing or whatever, and I see things like it, like Chris Rock's joke was misogynistic, ableist, had some other things in there. And I personally don't see it, but I think at times like those things can have elements of those things in it like this, but it doesn't make it that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there could be a racial component to an incident or a component of sexual orientation and something like that. But I don't think that automatically makes it misogynistic or racist or ableism or something like that. And if you disagree, let me know. But I didn't see the misogyny or ableism or racial connotation in what he said.
I don't know, man. I think with stuff like that, I think people are just looking for stuff those are the times I feel like people just want to be or sound smart or just say this is this because, whatever the case is. It could have been anything. It could have been like an Asian, then they would have made it into an Asian thing. Even though it would have been the same
xenophobia
joke.
or something. Yeah, xenophobic.
Yeah, like if it was like a low-cut, bald-headed Asian, he's used the same joke, they would have made it, he just hate Asians. It would have been whatever they would try to make. Any evidence or anything they're going to use and be like, well, this is what this had to be because he said it to her or him.
Right. And I think it's tricky in this situation because we do know black women have a history with society and being like the lowest on the totem pole a lot. And I think that's a easy way to put it, to just, simple it down as this black man is attacking this this black woman in front of, white people at like a grand stage like this.
Even though as when the scene, whether it be hosts or people that have presented awards, they have flamed people in the crowd for anything.
It's crowd work.
Yeah. They got this person to either host or, show the next award or whatever the case be because this person is entertaining.
Yeah.
Whether it be funny or whether it be serious or he know how to talk well, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know what Chris Rock does. We seen him host in 2016.
Yeah.
Like, what's my man name? Ricky Gervais?
Yeah, Ricky Gervais.
Gervais. So if he comes up and he's presenting, you automatically know he's saying something wild.
Yeah, he's saying something offensive.
He's saying something wild. So it's like, what do you expect? What was you expecting from Chris Rock?
Apparently, it wasn't that. And to try to examine like Will and Jada's side, like I get like we didn't see what she was going through,
Yeah,
like
that's
when
a
she
fact.
found out. Like he may have seen those nights when she was crying, really upset about it.
Mhm.
So it might hit him differently when
Seen him laugh
somebody.
too though.
Let me get to that.
All right.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? And I don't believe a joke is just a joke. I think every joke is open to criticism,
Yeah.
whether the quality of the joke or the content of the joke is open to criticism. And like I said earlier, I get that he may have seen a different side of that pain that we have seen, which also confuses me. Like you said, we saw him laughing. And I know some people saying he was laughing from the previous joke, but it looked like he started laughing again once Chris Rock made the second joke about the G.I. Jane. He started laughing again.
Also, he had a first joke that he was making fun of another couple, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to put that.
Anyway, but to me, that's a weird thing to laugh at a joke like that. Even if you're like faking it, if you know what like that other person's been through, I don't know if I could pretend to be, amused by something like that.
But I was saying it was like he was laughing. People laugh when they go crazy. It was like, nah, that wasn't one of them laughs. Like if a person laughed, like how he laughed, he was like one of them normal laughs. He laughed at something that was funny, whether it's a fake laugh or whatever. It was one of them normal laughs.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
Yeah. So like, no, he laughed.
Yeah. And it didn't seem like an issue until I guess he may have seen that she wasn't laughing or whatever, and then it became a problem.
I would like to see that turn though.
Yeah, that's what I want to see that clip to where was the turn between I thought this was funny versus
I gotta go slap this.
I have to slap this man. Because also what I'm wondering is like, because I'm not mad at how I'm mad at how he chose to handle the situation, but I'm not arguing he shouldn't have defended his wife. I don't have a problem with him wanting to defend his wife.
Right.
I just don't like how it played out. So, and I think we're able to say that it's okay to defend your wife, and also you may have not handled it the best way. But I see people saying
things can be true.
Yeah, I'm seeing people saying, "Oh, y'all mad at him for defending his wife." No, we questioning why he ran on his stage and slapped Chris Rock in the face in front of all these white people. But yeah, I want to see that clip to where that turn was between he was laughing versus like she wasn't feeling that much. Because to me, in that moment, if I think something funny and something hurt my lady feeling, that's a moment to where you comfort her, not necessarily go slap the man that said the joke or whatever.
I don't know about that part, but I will say I'm not mad at him wanting to, like you say, defending him. But like it's like, why are we, especially like as people, why are we defending a person's freedom of speech over an assault? You defending that somebody like
and you mean assault over a person's freedom?
Yeah, like why are you putting your like? No, I'm just saying that's what the argument is. The argument is, you know what I'm saying? Somebody saying something that they are freely to do, and then somebody putting their hands on somebody which you are not free. You don't have the freedom to do.
Yeah.
Why is that a debate on saying that he was wrong for that? Why are you saying that's not right? Like if you was Chris Rock in that situation, would you be okay with getting hit?
No.
With what you said.
No,
if you not okay,
I texted y'all last night. If that would have been me, he wouldn't have made it off that stage.
So yeah, so if you ask the average person,
I would have retired his ass.
If you get okay with getting slapped if you're not okay with getting slapped when you say something, then you clearly understand that was wrong then, because you wouldn't want to be in that situation. That's that automatic, like, you can't defend. You can't defend
and
it.
even himself and his apology, even though he didn't apologize to Chris Rock, he apologized to the Academy. He brought up what Denzel said, which is a flex in itself. And you can say Denzel just told me. Anytime you preface your sentence when Denzel said,
first of all, it's
Denzel. My
Denzel,
bad. Sorry, Denzel. You know what I'm saying? First of all, if you can preface your sentence with I was just talking to Denzel, that's a flex, bro. That's a dub. That's a win.
Let me tell you.
He said, like, he used the quote, the devil will come at your greatest moment or something like that.
That'd have been me. I'd have been right there. Let me tell you something. He probably, like, if I was Chris Rock, I'd have been shocked that he smacked me too.
Yeah.
I'd have been a professional about it.
I saw that bed start swell up, bro.
Yeah,
You saw the reflex was in there.
That was a little South Carolina in him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
You got me.
Yeah. The crazy thing about that, let me get to my point, is he never, like, grabbed his chin, like, checked himself.
No.
He was just like, he never.
He looked at him like
that just happened? So.
He did eat that.
That's a 57-year-old man.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? But if
he would have went into shock, how would people feel? Would Will have went too far?
Matter of fact, if that was Tom Hanks, like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I always represent that. If it was Tom Hanks, what would have happened?
The last nigga or
If you smack Tom Hanks, like, then what? That's a different dynamic. Would you have done it if it was 50 up there? Would you have done that? We don't know.
We don't know, but I doubt.
I
think depending on who it was, would have determined whether or not, because nobody's going up there if Mike Tyson made the joke. I don't care what you say. He would have been in that. He would have been sitting in that seat.
But to my point about like what I would like, Will Smith really would have got that off on anybody.
Yeah,
because nobody would have thought he was gonna smack nobody. Because it was like, oh,
we couldn't see his face when he was walking up.
Yeah, but if you kind of look from the side, he was kind of smiling, had his head down, you know, kind of. I was like, what is he about to? But to I've probably been in shock too, been a professional. Ha ha.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, nothing else. But as soon as he went up there to get that award and start crying and saying, I think this and I think that, that's when the ass whooping would have came.
You came out the
back. I
back.
came out the back because as Denzel said, when you were at your highest, the devil was trying to tear you down. And let me tell you something. I would have tore that shit down, man.
They would have actually had to escort you out.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's what's crazy. That man slapped that man in the face and then let him sit down. And accept his award.
It's like he walked back to his seat. He walked back to the seat like he was in the Wild Wild West, bro. He had that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Sashaying down. I don't understand that, bro.
I was like,
and I don't think if he would have slapped somebody else, they would have let him just sit there.
There was no black man. Of course they not. They like, you know, whatever.
That's what I don't like about it. He slapped another black man. He was like, "Yeah, we just gonna let them fester."
But you got to understand that's the best scenario for Will.
Mm-hmm.
And I also say that this is a crazy thing to do when you boycotted a couple years ago because you ain't winning a concussion.
Yeah,
or whatever the case is with that terrible accident. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't here to question that man work that year. But it wasn't good. It wasn't a good accident. You know what I mean?
So you boycott and you do all this other stuff, and then when you come back, not really your debut or whatever, but this is night is kind of framing around you or whatever. You do this.
Yeah.
You act up.
One thing I meant to bring up earlier is the motivation behind his defense. Like, because he seemed to be enjoying it. I can't say if he truly was.
Yeah.
But to switch between that, is that more so I need to defend my wife or, oh, shit, she not happy, I need to do something? And is that also partly like an ego thing? Like, I need to do something right now because she not happy. I was just laughing right now. What can I do to help the situation?
That was an ego thing. That was an ego thing. Because we all know that. First of all, he's a comedian.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about comedians, bro. That's what they do. They showing you the point of view. And then you have to understand.
Yeah.
That when you're in that position, you're gonna get that type of hit. And then when he even said, Jada, love you. And then he said the joke.
Yeah.
So if he didn't mean no malice out of it.
Right.
So why did you have malice in that situation? For me, I think that was just the straw that broke the camel back.
Yeah, that was just the last drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
And that's my whole thing about this whole thing was that was just a lot of misguided anger. Like Chris Rock just happened to be the right one at the right time.
That got it. That was heat sick.
You know what I'm saying? He happened to be the one to say the wrong thing at the wrong time. He was like, I've had enough. We've had enough. I need to do something about it.
Yeah, I don't.
Which I don't think he handled right, but that's me.
If you was going to slap him at the after party.
Or just check him afterwards and put him to the side right after he leaves. Whatever you got to do.
I'll tell you, because me and my lady had a discussion. She said, you would have done the same thing. I know if that was your mom or me, and then you joking, somebody joked and said something, and then you see me break down, and we don't know if she broke down or not.
Yeah,
we don't know what she did. She could have whistled. She could have gave him the what Leonidas girl. You know what I mean? Go handle that.
Yeah, just gave him the head nod. You know like do what you got to do.
So we don't know. But she did bring a point of that. And I don't know how I get when I get really upset when I see loved ones and stuff hurt.
Yeah.
But for me to assault somebody over a verbal insult.
Yeah.
Like, I only handle that with the same, unless I feel like you a threat. I'm like, okay, well, that's
different.
But you joking. So, if you take out the part where he slapped him at and he went back to his seat and then he said, keep my wife's name, if I would have done that, I think that would have been good enough. Yeah. He was like, okay, well, no.
That's a lot of time to think from your seat, walking up all the way to the stage.
Yeah, you had time
You had time to reflect.
At that point, it's premeditated. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody told me at work, this woman I was talking to, she's like, I think part of that was kind of strategic on his part because he knew he was going to be accepting the award later or whatever. So to do that, get more people to tune in later to during his speech, which may or may not be true.
Yeah, may or may not be
may
true.
or not be true.
Yeah.
But to get into the like actual context of the joke, I can't say I don't think it was offensive. To me, that was like as light of a joke as you could make versus not making a joke at all.
Yeah.
Because to me, it wasn't like demeaning. Like, it wasn't a real insult to her looks. Like, he wasn't saying you ugly or anything like that. He just said, you got a shaved head. She got a shaved head. That was the crux of the joke. Like, when I was in high school, niggas ain't have a problem calling me Lil Jon and T-Pain because I had dreads and they had dreads. Then they just called me Lil Jon and called me Lil T-Pain, called me T-Pain. So to me, that's not offensive to just notice something about somebody and then make a comparison to somebody else. Now, it's not like saying like you ugly, that's why you look like T-Pain or something. Like no, we just saying that because you got dreads and he got dreads.
So what about the part you feel about the combination? Joking on somebody with a condition.
I'm not against it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'm not against it. Like, especially, like, I don't want to, like, demean what she went through because, like I said, we don't know how much that affected her.
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
And what she actually went through. But like I wrote early in a post, like, the comparisons, like, I don't like them. Like, to, like, cancer and stuff. Like, you wouldn't joke when somebody had cancer. We not joking on somebody got cancer.
Yeah.
We dealing with somebody who have alopecia, something that a lot of men go through it and a lot of men are insecure about. Nobody give a shit about them jokes when they flying or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And like me having people in my family who had cancer, who've died from cancer, and who had a recent cancer scare not too long ago, like worrying about somebody whether or not they're gonna live or die versus worrying about somebody losing their hair is not the same. And I don't think it's fair to act like it is to even like compare those things in that moment. And if you like her going through what she went through and like her description, like you can read about it, watch her videos. If that's not enough to prove your point, then maybe you don't have a good point.
I 100% agree with that. I do not like those like, if she had AIDS, would have been funny. If you know me, well, what did he say?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like,
tell me the context
like,
of the joke.
You know how hard I laugh every time I see that meme with Idris. And this is eating the wings, and this is what happened when the fly realized he coming out of Magic Johnson's house. Yo,
that's right. No, people been making Magic Johnson jokes for years.
For years, Charlie Sheen got fired up,
bro.
You feel what I'm saying?
Nobody cared about their man condition.
And have you not watched the roast? If you never seen the roast, have you never seen?
And you entitled to be mad. You entitled not to like the joke.
That's a fact.
You entitled to be upset about the joke.
But what you're not entitled to is to tell somebody else how they feel.
Right.
Now, it's always the action. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's going to get the bigger news is the slap in the face.
He could have been mad. If he would have sat there and yelled, like, man, keep my wife's name out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? I would have been, hey, I don't know, you protect
but your rights end where my nose begins.
Yeah.
And he slapped that man's face. At that point, it's different.
How are we arguing that, though? That's the biggest. That's why I'm so worried about, like, especially in American society. Like, how are we arguing with somebody? I always want to talk about free speech. I mean, say what I want to say. Blah, and do this, but as soon as you see something that like that, you go straight to violence. I'm okay with that. He was supposed to happen.
Yeah, he's defending his wife. There's other ways to do that though.
I also don't like, even though it is funny, and I see why they're doing it. I also don't like how they bring up the other issues, like why he didn't slap August.
I don't even care about that because they ain't got nothing to do with this.
It ain't got nothing to do with this.
They ain't got nothing to do with this issue. We talking about this specific.
It's a good question.
Yeah,
for me.
That's a whole backstory.
But you don't use that to bring that into this.
Yeah. You know that has nothing to do with this. And to me, in terms of jokes, when you talking about do you joke on people with certain conditions, to me, like I said earlier, we was talking about the trans jokes and shit. We was talking about Dave Chappelle and how a lot of the same people right now was talking about how he shouldn't have made that joke. They didn't have that same energy when Dave Chappelle was making for the trans people and what the issue they was going to. And I was like, you can't decide when somebody is ready to be joked on. So I can accept that even though we think like hair loss or whatever isn't that big of a deal, I can accept that maybe she's not ready to hear from the masses or Chris Rock or anything like that. I can accept that. I forgot what.
I guess, man. I guess. But I don't know why people call people courageous then. Like if I have a condition, right? Or something happens to me, like let's just say I have my arms and shit fucked. You know, my arms gone. My hands are gone. You know what I'm saying? And I don't come outside. I just do not come outside. I don't want people to see me or whatever. And then when I finally do make the decision to come outside, and then they was like, "That's so courageous. That's so courageous." Like, is you saying it's courageous? Because for me, there's two things that make that person courageous when they do stuff like that. It's like, are you courageous? First of all, the person is courageous for I'm overcame my insecurity to come outside. About my hands being seen. The second thing is I have to understand when I come outside, I'm gonna get looks. I'm gonna get things that people those are things I'm really overcome. Like I have to. People gonna say something. I gotta be like okay with maybe getting robbed or something like that. I have to understand that. That's what makes the person even more courageous for me because it's like you gotta I'm going out into the world. The world is a mean place.
Yeah, the world don't care, bro.
Yeah. So I go out here. That's for me. That's the main thing. Yeah. It's like I went out here. Well, that's how I thought. Like, well, you know, she's like I think on one of her, she's like, I can't do nothing but laugh. Yeah. And I feel that. If all my hair fell out, bro, I'd be devastated.
Right, bro.
I'd be
like if one of my dreads popped off right now, I'd leave this conversation. You feel me?
Like I get it.
We get it, bro.
And I knew people with that.
But yeah, I did too. I knew people with cancer. I knew people with alopecia in my family. Yeah. And I'm telling you, there's a difference. And like, but I understand, like losing hair. That can be devastating. Especially us. We got dreads. We don't have them a long time. Yeah. We take care of our hair. And we know about the black community. We know how like our hair is an extension of ourselves.
Especially a black woman.
It. Yes.
Yeah, especially.
Yes. So I can understand how that'd be like hard hitting. But at the same time, you out here. You in front of you out here. And she's not a bad looking woman.
That's a fact. I told my man that I was like, man, she's still Jada Pinkett.
She's still Jada Pinkett. And what confused me is I didn't know, I don't know about you, I didn't know she had alopecia. Because I'm used to her having short hair anyway. So I thought when she just shaved her head, she just shaved it to shave it. So I didn't even know. And even looking at her in the thing, it didn't look like she was really like spotting or whatever. It just like she had a low cut or whatever.
Yeah. But it was reported that Chris didn't know.
He didn't know?
Yeah, it was reported. He didn't know.
Even if he did know she had alopecia, you know what I'm saying? Like I think it's a difference between making fun of making an observation about somebody and making fun of a condition somebody has.
Yeah, belittling somebody.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not making fun of your condition. I'm just making this observation. You have a shaved head. She has a shaved head.
Yeah. You look like you can play the role.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just... I
mean, if they offered you the movie, you probably play the role.
You gonna play... Yeah, so it's like... Probably. But for me, it's like you said, Brad, the only time I was talking to a dude at work, I said the only time I feel like jokes are wrong is when it becomes bullying or the person saying, hey, I don't like that. Yeah. That's the only time like I have seen like yeah, that's not okay. Yeah. But saying jokes, I done heard some wild stuff growing up. Just jokes. I'm just looking like, bro, I don't know. You should walk away. Yeah. You should walk away. You know what I mean? But it's like when I always came back to it, I was like, these are jokes and I don't think these people mean harm. You know what I'm saying? And I get that sometimes even though you don't intend to hurt somebody, but you have to understand that it's still, hey man, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah. You know, I was just cracking jokes. You know, I'm not trying to hurt you.
I went a little too far.
What you thought I was doing and what happened is not what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know why people don't understand that. And I understand, like, you know, I'm going to defend my wife if you don't. I'm going to defend my wife too. But there's better ways to do it. That's the way to do it. You would have done that?
Because I would press charges.
For real?
I would have pressed charges.
I would have pressed him. That would have been like his
both can happen.
Two things.
Two things can be true. He would have got these licks in because I would have been within my right if he would have came on that stage. And I would have broke him off, and then they asked me to press charges. I'm doubling down.
I would have got him when he was crying.
You're evil, bro.
Hey, you slapped me. You slapped me.
Oh, and another thing, I understand, bro, like, because we preach this, bro, like, you never know what's going to open somebody's gate, bro. You never know what's going to open somebody's gate. So if you say something, even though as playful or lighthearted you may be, man, if you say something about somebody they care about and they say, I'm going to come up there and slap you, you invited it. Mm-hmm. Whether or not they was justified or whatever.
Yeah, that's consequences.
That's consequences, man.
But that's
still a such thing as a measured response as well.
But also within that, like the consequences that come with it may not be right.
Yeah,
it may not be right, bro.
Or the reaction to you walking through that gate, may be an overreaction. And then it's like,
ooh, I went too far.
Yeah, we don't know. Chris had something on him. Chris had something on him just in case he
always keep that
pow.
He
hit him with the shank or something like that. Now he look crazy after he got slapped in the face, even though this man just chose to take it there.
I'm trying to tell you, he would have been in mid-speech, crying, broken. You know, I've been waiting. You just seen the tuxedo in there. Just, come here. I would have told everything up. They were like, man, this man 57 doing.
They would have never let you get close to the stage.
Nah, cause I would have no. I still would have been in the back chilling.
Nah, you would have been on watch. So it's like, we can't let Chris, because we can't let this happen again. Yeah. We can't let somebody casually stroll on there again.
Indeed.
He's like, no, I'm just going out to congratulate him. Do it after the show. Do it after the show. Nah, I'm just going, you know what I mean? It's buddy.
No, man, it's all good. You know, I mean, it was all, we made it. It's funny.
I better not see him on that red table, man.
Chris? Unless he flipping that thing over.
Yeah.
It'll be on site. It would be. If I couldn't get them in like you say they got, it would be on site every time I see it.
It had to be. Every time I see it. You slapped me in my face.
And I'm gonna make appointments to make sure I know where you at. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got a movie in Dubai?
Yeah. I'm gonna be there.
I bought a condo over there.
Yeah, they say nothing.
You know what I mean? Will would have been. He would have been.
Like, I'm not mad at him defending his wife. I just don't like how it played out. And you could end up doing the wrong thing trying to do the right thing. Yeah. And to me,
man, you know how I am, bro. It wasn't even that. And first of all, it was us. Yeah. One. Two, it was just like it was Will. We was like disappointed. It was just like especially me. I was just like, yo, bro.
He lost his composure. I'm like,
this is Will, bro. Like, well, this is. I grew up. Yeah. You know, I
grew up watching you make ball jokes.
Yeah, bro. I got like mannerisms that resemble yours. You know what I mean? So it's like, why would you do this?
But there are points I do like that happened in that instance. Like, even though that stuff went down, I do like that Denzel and Tyler Perry was, even in like your like dumbest moments, you know, he still had that people be like, hey man, like you fucked up, but we still here for you. You still reclaim, you reel it in, bro. Calm down. You know, I still like they showed that unity to my man. I don't know who was back there with Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
He was back there with his brother Tony Rock. Tony, like, we gonna jump his, like, he was gonna jump his ass.
You let him do that, do you?
Come on, it's bad style, baby. He's back there getting what, bro? You gonna hit me, bitch? In front of my kids? Nah, cause you gotta do something, right? Ain't no, it's like when I heard Kanye West like this Big Sean, and then he texted the next day talking about it's time for healing. Like, nah. I'm sick of that.
That time he got the cussing chance to rap out. Did you see that?
No.
Oh man,
I gotta see that, bro.
I'm gonna show you that.
But nah, I'm tired of these love and light people doing stuff like that, and then all of a sudden, it's time for healing. We can heal after we squabble, bro.
He slapped that man. Like what Charlie Murphy said, he said, no, back in the day, somebody had to go. You go outside and duel.
Yeah, you had to duel after that, bro.
You feel me?
Come on, man.
Wow. You know what I'm saying? I challenge you. You know what I mean? You slapped that man.
You slapped that man in
Not
the
with a
face.
glove, with your hand.
Barehanded, bro.
And then it was, you can tell he do yoga or something. That thing was
flex, bro. That was stiff. That was a slap push. Chris said, he hit him with that Tyson Wilder.
Bro, you know what's crazy, bro? Chris Rock really didn't move.
No.
Like he moved his body, but like, oh, he was like,
Yeah.
man, what?
He was in shock.
Yeah.
That man couldn't believe it, bro.
Like, yo,
That
bro.
man couldn't believe it. Because honestly, man, also congratulations to Will Smith and Samuel Jackson for winning their first Oscars. That's dope.
Congratulations.
I wish it wasn't so overshadowed by what happened, but I think it's well deserved. It is overdue.
Shout out to Questlove for winning his award.
Oh yeah, that's right. Questlove won an Oscar as well.
For
Congratulations.
the documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also congratulations to Samuel Jackson.
I know he was happy. I was like, Denzel was up there. You
know
what I'm saying? That's dope, man. To see them two up there do that stuff like that.
Oh man.
Finally get awarded.
You gotta see we gotta see when Denzel present the award. It's at some place to Samuel Jackson. That's real.
What award?
I forgot, bro. It was some award where Denzel presented the award to him, like kind of how like Dave Chappelle did Jay-Z. I think. Like when he was talking, he's like, "This man has done this, dude."
Like a Lifetime Achievement Award or something?
Like that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I gotta check that out.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. My biggest thing is how people are viewing it, bro. That's why that'll be my biggest thing. It's just like, y'all really think just going around slapping people is okay?
Yeah.
Y'all think violence is the answer?
It depends on who's doing the violence, so you know how they go.
That's what I'm saying. I don't. What is?
It's for some reason this is real divisive, and I don't think people like I said earlier. You can see both sides of it. Like he was defending his wife. Nobody. I don't have a problem with him defending his wife.
They gonna
but
miss
also
that. Can say,
yeah. I also can say that maybe he didn't handle the best, which he recognized in the end, because he even said as much during his speech when he was crying.
Yeah,
so both can be true.
I don't like the arguments people try to.
They're not good.
They're not good.
They're not good, bro.
You not married, so you shouldn't be talking about this. Are you serious?
That's crazy.
Well, if you ain't got that type of money, you shouldn't be talking about it.
It's always gonna be disqualifiers that take you out of the conversation. Unless you Jada or Will or Chris Rock, you shouldn't have an opinion.
Yeah, you just end it up.
Yeah, because only them know the depths
of that frustration.
Yeah,
and we kind of do too. But
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We watching it all play out on.
Yeah,
it's just like, yeah, bro. I blame her though, and I'm gonna end it there.
Chill out.
No, man.
I don't know, man.
That's a lot of stress coming from that one person.
But here's the thing: I don't know the depths of their conversation. I don't know what kind of arrangements they had.
You're right.
So I don't know who caused what or who was just more vocal about what they did. But all I know is if it's that deep, I wouldn't have been trying to monetize it by making it into shows and shit and letting people.
That's a fact.
But if it was really important, people don't need to know what we're going through or like what our situation is.
It's been our business.
Yeah, it would have been our business.
What I'm saying is, because of what she did, people gave Will that heat. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not like, and it could be some stress he got with her.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'm really trying. Like he said, how they love and how they do with their kids in the experiment. Y'all watching the experiment. I understand. The experiment can be frustrating, especially when you don't have all the components that you need. And not know that you need. But a lot of that heat that Will got came from her actions.
But I don't know if he didn't cause them actions.
What you mean?
Like I said, we don't know the depths of like who caused what. Like she did because
she was talking.
She was talking, but we don't know what led up to her talking like that. I get she chose to divulge that or whatever.
I wasn't just talking about that. I'm talking about everything as far as like I think she said something about sex, which they took out of content, or just like the Tupac letters, or like just I'm just saying it's just the combination of things, not just that. I think that was the worst thing, but it's just like every time she say something, they get on his ass.
Well, that's true. I mean, that's not. I don't think that's really her fault, but they do redirect that towards Will.
Yeah,
like
I'm only saying,
Will soft. I can't believe you let her out doing it. Yeah. So I understand that, even though that might not be her intention, or it might have been something innocent. Because a lot of that stuff I've seen people trying to use, like you go back and look at it in the context, it's just like
Yeah.
She was just expressing
She
her
was
love.
just saying that. She was just
she
was explaining like
but
how she
people
felt.
take that and they
take that small piece and don't
and
like
they just go out there. Well, let's put this on Will.
Yeah.
Will is soft. Will let his woman do this and do that.
I get it.
It's like you don't know what they got going on.
And then she probably said something, or she kind of like you said, like she could have been crying or something. But for him to just also the thing about him and how Chris Rock and Jada got kind of like a beef going on. That was kind of
I ain't know that.
Yeah. So in 2016, I don't know if you remember, Chris Rock hosted the Oscars.
Are you talking about how? But
go ahead.
Talking about how he mentioned how nobody cared if she wouldn't be there or something like that.
Because she had a show, and also it was
that's true though.
If I'm not mistaken, yeah, it's true. But
the Oscar don't care.
It's also true that she could play G.I. Jane. So, and that's what I mean. If they was offended by that, I'm pretty sure they was offended by that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. So, and I think she told or said he shouldn't host no more. I think there was something she said. I'm not sure if that's true.
After that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how true that is.
Yeah, they had 6 years to talk about that. So
I don't know.
He said, "Jada, I love you.
I love you."
Gave it the lightest tap he could think of.
And it was like a real
because if he would have said, "Oh, your dress ugly" or something like that, that would have been okay, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Like I say, man, it could have.
But it was just this particular incident that was tied to her.
I think Will was just. But also somebody else joked about Will. Was it? Oh man, said something about him coming on stage with a whole bunch of other men, and she was like, "Well, you on this list?" What did she say? But she said something towards his joke.
Who's she?
Something King.
Regina King?
Regina King.
Yeah. She said something?
Yeah. And then, people said stuff at the beginning. Well, Amy, she was fine people up anyway at the beginning. Her monologue. It wasn't bad, but I like that. So yeah, man, it's like that's what happens when you in front of comedians. You don't get these jokes.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing to say. He wrong for that.
I think he could have handled it better. That's what I'll say. That's what I'll say. And if you want another take, I encourage you to go find Shannon Sharp's take on what he would have did to Will Smith that night.
Bro, the whole Will Smith ass.
But I do think we have a different take because the way we get down is we pick at each other's scabs. Like we find out something you insecure, like we gonna help you strengthen that, whether you like it or not. So we do have like we built a little bit differently.
Yeah, but that's why I asked my girl too, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's because I ask people sometimes because I be like, I'm not the most sensitive person in the world.
Right.
Like I just do not have that type of. I have empathy, but it's just like, do you deserve it?
Like you gotta prove that you
deserve
this empathy before I do it. You know what I'm saying?
So like I tell her like the worst things, the things I had to confront. My friends helped me confront with those things.
Yeah.
My mother helped me always to deal with things that come from me. So when I'm in like the public view, I can always handle myself and handle those around me.
Yeah.
And I'm always mentally strong. Well, like nothing, no word, like sticks and stones. And I get that people like, well, words can make you psychologically broken and stuff. But like for me, it's always been sticks and stones. It's only so much it can get to me.
Yeah.
Because it's just words. Like you can't really touch me with that.
Yeah, I think.
And I think I'm better than people. So people's words don't really get to me. Too high up.
A little bit of that too, but I think also, feel like being like with y'all who attack my insecurities, just dumb decisions I make. Like I really didn't have a choice but be confident in myself to like so like other people's words don't really bother me because I've been hit so hard at my lowest. It's like it's nothing really you can tell me, bro. I've been stabbed right in my insecurities, bro. You commenting on like my shoe game ain't really affecting me right now. You know what I mean?
Like, man, I know this person. Like, to have friends that know you personally, know they can talk to you in a way that, like, that it's not them mocking you. They really, like, not really belittling you. Yeah. Like, they're not belittling. It was like, bro, you did this.
Yeah, you did this to yourself.
And now this is how you handle it. Yeah. So, well, I'm going to go ahead and push you the other way to make sure you deal with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Or even if you didn't do this to yourself.
Look at what you're thinking about.
Look at what you're thinking about. How you handling this right now. Well, you could be handling like this. Because at the end of the day, like whether I go through something, you go through something, or Jada going through something, like especially her decision, I can't tell how I live her life, but she gonna get to a point where her having alopecia is not gonna matter. She's not gonna care.
You would think by now.
Yeah, I thought she was. You know, I saw that post earlier. I thought she might be at that point. Yeah. Maybe Chris Rock, even if he didn't know, like I said, he just saw she had a shaved head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At a certain point in your life, you just gonna get over stuff, whether that's now. That's why I said earlier, you never know when like somebody's ready to be joked on about something.
Yeah, I get you on that. You know, they could have had a bad night. They could have been arguing. Ain't
no telling what happened for them. They could have had an argument right before they walked in. And now he and hawing to this man that just said that. He's like,
she about to ruin my night.
Bro.
Let me ruin the night myself.
I have to do something.
Bro, I get it, man. I truly do. But it's like you said, and I think it's also like, and I don't know what happened to my generation, but like we grew up on like Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, like Red Fox. I ain't that old, but those are my people. You know what I'm saying? The old.
We even got to go back there. Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, Patrice O'Neal.
Oh yeah,
come on,
one of my favorites.
Come on, bro.
So for me to be like, you know what I mean.
We know what it is.
Yeah.
You know what it is when they step on stage.
Yeah.
It might be a problem.
But it's just like, man,
you front row at the Oscars.
Front row. And people's like, well, he wasn't hosting, but he's still an entertainer. They got him too entertaining.
You think Chris Rock gonna get up there and not make jokes?
Yeah. Who you think he's gonna get up
there? Or joke about somebody? Do crowd work?
Yeah, like what are you talking about? Like, so I don't understand that, bro. I don't understand that neither. Cause like my generation, we should be like the real like sticks and stones. Like we should be having inner problems.
I think our generation should be at the point. I think our generation should be the most understanding because
we in between.
We in between like the kids that are growing up in this hyper aware society versus the older adults who grew up in a society that really didn't care what you was going through. We should be able to see both sides evenly. Like, okay, we can understand why these people feel like this. We can also understand that we a little bit hardened, and like you should look at this more objectively, and it may not be exactly what you said it is right now.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what happened. You right. You absolutely right. We are in the middle, so we should be able to see both sides. But for us to just be so solid, I think we also the generation that we learned from our parents, but not too well.
Yeah.
On how to like not just, you know, admit that you're wrong or admit that, you know, this may not be the way.
Yeah, but I was going back and forth with people on Instagram, man, and it was like you're not arguing to like further the conversation. You responding to me so you don't look dumb.
You're not, my favorite quote, we're not arguing to see what's right. We arguing to see who's right.
Yeah.
And then now it's more like I'm only arguing to see if you stop first.
And nowadays, ever since you told me not to invest my energy in people, I won't even bother a lot of times.
You said I stop when people say certain stuff. I know that you
you don't know any better.
Yeah, and for me to really argue with you, I really have to think you somebody.
Unless you got to make an example out of somebody.
Yeah, I don't mind doing that.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying. But like now, I told you that you know what I'm saying. You better than people, and you think differently than people, or you willing to accept different points. You open minded. So it's like, bro, you not saying that.
This man's I'm better than people.
I'm better than certain
people. That was the wildest thing when I first heard you say that.
And you have to be okay with that, bro. You have to be okay. I'm wiser than most people. I get that. There's plenty of people smarter than me or more intelligent than me, but being wise and being able to see something, and I'm not convinced there's too many people like that. You know what I'm saying? Or we not around them. Mm-hmm. That's not saying he's a better pilot than me, or he's a better, something. Somebody's gonna be better than you at something. This is why I choose to be better than people. So why would I waste my time?
I'm better at a lot of things.
Yeah.
Than a lot of people.
Yeah,
this is one of them.
And I'm confident
when it comes to breaking down an argument or just seeing all sides.
Mm-hmm. Nobody's better.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, bro. That's confident.
I am,
confident, bro. And it's like it's whatever.
It's whatever.
I think you gotta say that, but you also gotta be like, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of being wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
That's what makes me that.
Yeah.
Not that I.
You know how many times it took me to be right because I was wrong?
Yeah,
you know how many times I look stupid?
Yeah.
I used to make some leaps
bro, I used
and
to
try to work my way out of it.
I used to be stupid, bro.
Yeah.
And just try to figure it out. I'm in the midst of this, bro. I don't even know why I said something. You know what I'm saying?
At that point, it's just a creative exercise to see if you can just argue people down.
Like, and I tell them at the end, it's like, bro, you was right the whole time. I just want to see. I just want to break down what I thought. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's disappointing? And we all off such. We about to wrap it up in a second. But you know what's disappointing? When you know that you just trying to debate with somebody for the sake of debate and they really doing their hardest. And you're like, I'm bullshit, but you're not doing a good job right now. And then you got to pitch in and be like, you should have said this and you should have said that.
I do that now, and I'm past that part. It's like, I don't even want to talk to you. As soon as people say something, I say, okay. Like, bro,
a lot of people don't even want to do that because they feel like they gave you the victory. Because you just said, okay.
I did. You need one. I don't.
Yeah, you need it. You need you need this dub. I don't need you this. Seem to need a lot more than me.
And I'll tell you this, doing that makes people more like, when I get started with somebody and I hear them say something, I'll be like, say that again? You believe that? You're like, yep. I'm like, okay. Then, cool.
Thumbs up.
They'll keep talking.
Also, you
got it.
You got it, bro. Why you still...
I let it go. They still be like, no. I'm like, man.
Like, bro, you got to start posting articles and stuff. Like, you got it, bro. You got it.
You got nothing to prove to me.
You got it, bro. You
good. Oh yeah, bro. I'm. That's why I'm at. That's why we do the podcast. That's why I feel like I don't need to belittle myself by even certain people up. I just be like, you think that's the point?
Oh, again, yeah, we can do that. Shout out to Chris Rock because I think he really handled it well.
Mm-hmm.
He's a little discombobulated after he got slapped though.
I don't think it was the slap that got him. I think it was the fact that Will was yelling that got him. I think the slap was he could have went right back into his shit. But I think it's when Will started like to act like he's really seeing him like, why is he acting like? Why is he outright? I think the slap he kind of breezed over. He was like, man, that's crazy, but and then he started yelling. It was like, I think that's what kind of it was still a little jokey, but then like Will silenced the room. And it made it awkward. And he trying to read the teleprompter. He don't know where he at on the teleprompter. Then he looked, he kind of like messed him up. Like he's like,
yo, I ain't even thinking about it. But that might have been when it sunk in. Like oh, he not that the slap didn't signify that he was upset, but like
that stamp
when they started hitting him, like he is really upset. Like, and that's real though, because like if you do something like so innocent, like you really don't mean it, or if it's like a little joke or something like that, and somebody react like that, and then they start saying like, "Oh, that was for me. That was for me. They really, personal. Not all your trouble that happened in the past. That was you feel some type of way about me right now.
Yeah,
like where is this coming from?
I think that's what got him. I don't think necessarily the slap because it looked like he had something ready for the slap.
Yeah,
because he said, but Will Smith just slapped the hell out of me. Bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he was still kind of people laughing and stuff. And then people laugh was gonna give him time to kind of, but then Will.
Because I think if Will didn't follow up like that all that could have been smoothed over. Like, oh, that was
we staged it.
Yeah, it was staged or something like that. But it was the follow up that was like, yo, he really bugging right now.
I don't like that Chris did that, bro.
Chris did that?
I don't like it. You should have handled that right when that happened, or you should have handled that backstage. You should have dove on Will ass. He should have wore Will ass out, or at least tried to.
Yeah.
Maybe not on stage. Like maybe it's like, okay, I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
And maybe he still can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's something you just smooth over.
Nah, you not slapping the face like that.
No, not that. Not on that shit. His kids was watching.
Yeah, not like that.
Nah.
Bro.
So I don't.
We had real beef, and I don't like that. Two people that like I like that.
We are fans of.
We fans are just like had that that awkward beef now of like this happened.
Like you
it's a circle of like sacred black people, man, and now
they both in it.
Yeah, now we got like a rift, bro. Yeah. It ain't too many.
Yeah, it wasn't right.
Shout out to
Chris Rock though.
Shout out to Chris Rock. Shout out to Lupita Nyong'o.
It was cool when I see her face, she was like, ooh. And then like her black like one was that clear. She just
ooh. She spoke for all of us. Ooh. Crazy out here, bro.
She locked in though. Yeah. She was like got calm though. She was like, well, I'm just next to it.
Yeah, I'm in it now. Yeah. Let me figure out what's going on.
Yeah, that was
But that's all I got. That's all. I think I got everything out. If you disagree, agree.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe, man. I'm sounding like Chris Rock right now.
You
comment, and I'm flustered.
Comment, and subscribe. If you have anything you want to say, please comment. We enjoy the comments, and if you think we're wrong, then express it.
Man. I'm sure we missed something. There's an angle we not seeing. Or whatever.
Yeah. I'm open to that. Tell you, if we miss something, we miss something.
We fine with being wrong. At the end of the day, like I said earlier, trying to do right can lead to a wrong decision.
Yeah. Even great people are mad. Even great people are bad at. Oh, I'm sorry. Even great people. All right, Chris. Even great people are good at making bad decisions.
Yeah. So, all right. And as always.
And before we go, Will was wrong for that shit. But as always, mind the gap.